The last part of our notes for today is looking at a few applications. So we're going to look at a few more later on in the chapter, but we'll start with two different formulas for today. And so this first one is talking about our growth or decay function. So we have a of t equals lowercase a of times the quantity of 1 plus or minus r to the t power. Now this plus or minus isn't always going to be there. You're either going to choose plus or minus. If it's growth, what do you think we're going to do? Add. If it's decay, we will subtract. So let's look at what these variables stand for. The lowercase a is our initial amount. R is our rate of increase or decrease. T is our time, and a of t is the new amount. Remember when we write rates, if it says 2%, we really need to write that as a decimal, okay? So our percents, we always have to convert to decimals for rate. So let's look at this example. It says the first U.S. census was conducted in 1790. At the time, the population was 3,929,214. Since then, the U.S. population has grown by approximately 2.03% annually. So it's asking us to approximate the population in 1820. Well, to do so, I need to come up with what I should fill in my equation. So what we're looking for is a of t. So we're looking for what should my function be after t, after our time. So what we need to think about is from 17 to 90, what is that t value? How many years has it spanned? It has spanned 30 years. So we're looking for a of 30. So a of 30 is going to equal our initial amount. Our initial amount was 3,929,214. And then we're going to have 1, and since it's growing, plus, and it's growing by 2.03%. Remember, we need to write that as a decimal, so we're going to move it 2 spots. So 0.0203. And then to the t power, which we said is 30. Okay, and we're simply just going to pop that into the calculator. So we will have 3,929,214 times the quantity of, we'll add this together, 1.0203 to the 30th power. Remember, I'm using a calculator that does order of operations, but if you're using your phone or another device that may not do that, make sure you raise to the power first and then multiply. And so I get this large number. We'll round it. So we have approximately 7,180,295 people will be my population. Now it says let's approximate it for 2020. So again, what we just need to think about is how many years has it been from 1790 to 2020? And that's going to be 230 years. So t equals 230. So we'll plug that in. A of 230 equals the original population, 3,929,214 times 1 plus 0.0203 to the 230th power this time. And let's see what we get. Okay, to the 230th. Get a rather large number. Let's see. 3,996,866,22.6. So let me just make sure that I copied that correctly. So it looks like we have 399,686,622.6. That was the prediction for this year of 2020. Why don't you go do a little research and see how accurate this this equation actually was to determining our population now. Okay, our last application for today is going to be compound interest. So here's our general formula. A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. And let's just go over what this means. Our capital A is our new amount. P is the initial amount. 1 is a constant, plus R is our rate, which we've seen before. N is going to be the number of times something is compounded. So this is compound interest. If it's compounded once, put a 1. If it's compounded twice, put a 2. If it's compounded 12 times, put a 12. Then again, N, the N value there, and T is our time. So let's look at this first example. An investment pays 4.2, that should really have a percent there, 4.2% annual interest, compounded monthly. If $2,500 is invested, what will the balance be after 15 years? So let's jot down some of the important things. This 4.2% represents our rate. The 2,500 represents the initial amount, which is P. What will the balance be after 15 years? So 15 represents our T. What we need is our N value. Well, notice it's saying it's compounded monthly. How many months are in a year? There are 12. So that means our N value is 12. So now I'll simply plug this in. A is going to equal our initial amount times 1 plus. Our rate was 4.2, so we have to write that as 0.042. All over, our N value is 12. 12 to the 12 times T. So there you have it. We'll plug that into the calculator now. Make sure when you are doing this, you really watch the order of operations. Okay, so we have when I divide and add inside the parentheses, we get 1.0035. I'm going to raise that to 12 times 15. And then I'm going to take that answer and multiply it by my initial amount. And we get $4,688 and approximately 87 cents. Okay, so in 15 years, that's how much your account will grow. Just to remind people, because sometimes it's a little tricky with this new formula, that N value, again, is the number of times compounded. So if I say annually, that means my N value is just 1. If I say quarterly, that would mean 4. If I say semi-annually, that would mean 2. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a good one.